Hello, this is Tom Manny, agronomist with Specialty Hybrids. Wanted to take a quick moment here, talk about a trial that we have in Mercer County. It's a full soybean trial with a number of alt platform along with our products as well. So we'll jump right on in here. So first off, some general info about the plot. So it's in Mercer County, Ohio. There's 18 total entries for the full season. 12 of them are alt platform. I'll let listeners here take a guess of what that platform is. But and then there's 6 Specialty XtendFlex soybean varieties. So this field, it was only treated with Roundup, Warrant, and Liberty to keep the weeds down, and the field is incredibly clean. But one thing I wanted to show here on the right, let me get my pointer going. There it is. Laser pointer here so everybody can see. So one thing I wanted to show on the right here is this image. I took this image with my drone. It's got an NDVI sensor which captures how green and essentially how good the field is looking. So varieties that the alt platform varieties were bought off the shelf through a number of different retailers around the area. And then the specialty varieties were provided by me through our plot seed. So you can see that our numbers, the SP here is what's signaling it's a specialty variety. You can see that for the most part our treatment wasn't necessarily the same as what the competitor varieties were. I don't want to harp on this too much, but the big thing here is just showing that our early season growth did not look good. These alt platform varieties looked very strong throughout the season, and you can see the big red streaks, and it was replicated on the backside here. You can see those streaks are carrying over there too. So mid-season, June, July, my knees were shaking a little bit. This didn't look that good, but I wanted to go ahead and do some pod counts anyway. After some rains, things are looking up. So first off, I'm going to hit on just some pod counts of some of the competitors. So how I did this, I just reached into the rows, grabbed a plant at random, and pulled it out. So I'm not looking for the good ones. I'm not looking for the bad ones. I'm just looking for an average mean there. So these are some average means that I've pulled. I've blocked out the competitor variety and just relabeled it as competitor. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking about, but just look at here. Look at the beans that are coming. Look at the pods that are there. They're in order of 1 bean pods, 2 bean pods, 3 bean pods, and 4 bean pods. So I'm gonna cruise through this relatively quickly. So there's some good ones here. So this might be the first time I've ever seen a bean variety with more 2 bean pods than 3 bean pods. It's a little interesting to me. So, but there's some good counts there. So there's plenty of beans. It's doing its job. And again, I want to reiterate that these beans they did look good. They were very showy. They looked appealing from the highway. And so here's the last of the alt platforms. So I just wanted to hit on the summary on the alt platform. So it was an average of 94 pods per plant or per variety, with an average of 236 soybeans on the plant itself. So some comments from me is really aesthetically they do look good, but when you push back the canopy, the yields really or the bean development really isn't there. There's a lot more 1 and 2 bean pods compared to some of my our XtendFlex varieties. And I've also noticed is there's a lot less pods per node than our XtendFlex germplasm. So now I'm going to hit into the XtendFlex. So I have the numbers here. So this is a new 3315. You can 367 beans on this plant. 3407, good product. 291, good stable product. And now we're going to get into the big dogs here. So 3503, 418 beans on that plant. 105 3-bean pods and 8 4-bean pods. That's a lot. And then right next to it is a new one, the 3613 XtendFlex. 407 beans on that one. 121 3-bean pods. That's a lot. That is a heck of a lot of beans on these products here. Then we'll get to our full season products. The 3703 had 307, and then the 3903 had 389 total beans. So anyway, here's the total summary here on this page. So for XtendFlex, we averaged 133 pods per plant. We averaged 363 beans across all 6 of our numbers. Again, the 3503 was the number one with 418 beans versus the next closest competitor with 344. And on the other end, which I think is more important, is the 3407 was our worst performing bean in this plot at only 291 beans versus our competitor, which had 120. Now that might be an omission. There could have been an error there. Even still, here's the total summary on the right side here. Even still, we'll knock off the 3 that were under 200. We'll just say that those ones, I screwed up, I picked a bad one. You can still see that their worst one was at 213, which is, we're still way above that. We're still about 80 beans more than that. So on average, we're looking good. The pod set is there. We have a lot to be excited about with this XtendFlex lineup. It's been said before, but the XtendFlex system is built on the Roundup Ready 2 Xtend beans, which those were some of the highest yielding beans customers have ever seen. And so with the XtendFlex, we're taking that germplasm that works so good, we're adding the Liberty trait into it without dragging any yield down. And so this is where this yield is coming from. At the end of the day, yield, soybean yields are really hard to estimate. But at the end of the day, more beans is more yield. So I'm not going to say that what I have here is going to translate to plot results, because it isn't. But I did want to show that having more pods developed, having more beans will translate to more yield. That's what the odds are saying. So again, thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, please give me a call, give your FSR a call. I'd be happy to help out. And then again, feel free to follow me on any sort of social media here. It's all my information is posted if you have any questions. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.